Okay, it's time for my usual review of the game. So, for the music, I think this is one of the most consistent soundtracks I've ever heard. It's certainly consistent, if not just outright amazing for a Super Nintendo RPG. It doesn't get much better than Chrono Trigger in terms of music. Not a single bad track, and that's almost impossible to achieve. Every track fit. Every track was. I mean, I don't even think there was a mediocre track in this. I mean, it's just ludicrously good. So I would give the music a perfect 10 out of 10. For the gameplay, well, I really like the gameplay in the game, but a bit unbalanced and a bit too easy. The problem is the dual text and triple text do not deal more damage than the sum of their parts. So they deal less damage, and you have to wait to use them for the both for both or all three characters to have their turns. So I wish it was a bit more useful, but they're still good enough. It's not like they're completely useless, but could have been better there. But I love the way they did the ATB gauge in this game, and the diversity in the characters, and the elemental system is pretty good, and the way you learn tech points, the basically zero need to grind, and I really like that. So I would give the gameplay a 9.5 out of 10, deducting half a point for the lackluster difficulty. And almost every ability in this game is useful. At least in terms of single attacks, they're all useful. So I really like that, and all the chests are good. So 9.5 out of 10. Graphics, they're good. They're great to look at. I think they're great even today. I could look at these graphics all day. Unlike, certain 3D games which just look horrendous now. This is timeless in terms of graphics. So I'd give the graphics a 10 out of 10. Story-wise, it's pretty good, but the overall plot line, you have to kind of let your imagination really go because, well, time travel plots are always difficult to execute well. I mean, Chrono Trigger did a fairly good job by not taking itself too seriously. However, it suffers in the character development. Apart from Frog and Magus, there really wasn't a lot of development to go around. Apart from, the side quests each character had, and they could have done a better job with that. But overall, the storyline had its epic moments and it had a perfect blend of silliness in there. So I'd give the storyline an 8 out of 10. Overall, I really enjoyed this game. It's one of my all-time favorites, and I would give the gameplay I'd give the game as a whole a 10 out of 10. One of the few games I give a perfect 10 out of 10 for. Is it a perfect game? No. Is it one of the most fun RPGs I've ever played? Absolutely. I could play this game again and again and again. Now this brings me to the New Game Plus. Chrono Trigger, I almost said Final Fantasy VII for some godforsaken reason. Chrono Trigger is not over. There is more endings to achieve. There are more endings to achieve. So Chrono Trigger will live on. Not to mention I still have to fight Specchio's final form. So look forward to that. But that's really about all for today. I won't be starting Wild Arms 2 or Legend of Zelda until I finish all the endings. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this Let's Play and look forward to New Game Plus features.